My name is Erin Brown, and I'm the Director of Education at Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. Distance education is a type of learning where student and teacher are interacting electronically over the internet, in this case Skype. Students in this case will be either at their school or at their home or at their meeting place, and the educator would be here on site at the sanctuary. What distance education does is it removes a couple of elements. One, it removes financial difficulties. So there might be some constraints financially. So this removes that. The programming is free. It also removes the geographic barrier constraint. So if students can't get here because they're on the other side of the state or the other side of the country, that's removed. Transportation can be a constraint. They might not have an ability to get here to Hawk Mountain, so this removes that as well. When I first started here in 2014, I was reading through about the history of our education programs, and originally Hawk Mountain was very site-based education. We were doing a lot of programming here at Hawk Mountain using the sanctuary to teach about migration and raptor identification, Appalachian forest ecology. Eventually we did go to off-site programming, so currently we do go to schools and do programs and other locations as well. And we started to get a lot of requests from inner city schools, schools on budgets, schools who were too far away to get here for a field trip. And so the idea was sort of born that maybe we could do some distance learning education. So we were very fortunate in that we have an anonymous donor who's been very supportive of education programming in the past. I was able to meet with this donor and the donor's family to discuss it as an option, and the donor really liked the idea of inner city students being able to get the same advantages or opportunities as some of the other students that are more suburban or rural were able to get here. In 2015, we were given the money for virtual programming. Knowing that it was going to take about a year to decide what we were going to put into the program, develop the program, develop the raptor trunks, which we have. We have traveling raptor trunks, and what will we put into those trunks, and ordering everything, and then correlating everything with standards, and then publicizing it, and then eventually implementing it. So it has taken us about 2 years to get to that point, and we have a formal launch date of January 2nd. So we have piloted one program, and that was with the Swain School located in Lehigh County. We delivered our raptor trunk to them ahead of time. This allows the teacher to go through the trunk and know what's in it. And also there are some learning materials and other resources in there that this teacher can use in the classroom either before the program or after the program. During the program, we will ask the teacher to remove things and pass them around to students. The students are actually having an interactive engagement with us. Studies show that the more interactive distance learning programs are, the more effective they are. We also have 2 pilots scheduled, one in Chester County and one in Lancaster County. So 2 of the 3 pilot schools, the distance is quite far and they wouldn't be able to get here for a site-based field trip. When we deliver the raptor trunks, there are 3 different raptor trunks available. One is an elementary education level trunk, one is middle level, and the third is a high school level trunk. There are some differences in there based on standards. For example, the high school trunk has a radio telemetry unit that can be used, and the middle school has more wing tags and satellite telemetry unit, and the elementary might have more coloring sheets and stuffed animals that have wing tags and satellite telemetry units on them. And they're recreated sort of model units. So they are created for the appropriate level of the students receiving the trunks. This program fits nicely into STEM education, which is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Science is everywhere in the world around us, and technology is continually expanding into our lives, especially the classroom. And a lot of schools are using virtual programming and distance learning programs in their curriculum. We plan to launch on January 2nd We have educators who can offer these programs and also education interns who will be offering these programs. We do have permits to allow us to offer the programs not just in-state, but to every state in the United States. And eventually the hope is to be able to offer these programs internationally, perhaps Central America or South America, especially if we have a Central or South American intern who might be able to offer that programming. Our mission is to conserve raptors globally through conservation science and conservation education. So doing distance learning programs allows us to expand our education portion of our mission globally, because we can do programming with students virtually anywhere in the world. The program will officially launch on January 2nd. The way people can sign up is to go to www.hawkmountain.org, to our website, and click on the education page and look for the distance learning link. There's also on that page some video links, so they can look to see what does a program actually look like, what does it entail, and there's also a link there to submit a request for a program, and then one of our educators would get back to the teacher